Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Waru. I want to do something I've never done before. I've seen people do it all the time where they react to other people's reactions, and I've followed Abba and Preach for a while now. I've watched damn near every last one of their videos since I've subscribed to them, and so it's safe to say I don't always agree with everything they say, obviously, but at the same time, a lot of what they say is usually fair and balanced when it comes to perspective on a lot of things. So I try to, as somebody, I want to try to, emulate that. I want to have a balanced perspective on things. I don't want to be too far. And I also don't, especially with this channel, I never want to get political. I don't want to hop on no soapbox or whatever and tell people what they ought to think. And I don't want to be told what I ought to think. But again, conversation should be had. And ironically enough, I was following a lot of this last night. I had recommended to me Destiny's channel, and I think he was the one who was recently banned off Twitch or something like that. I'm still not fully informed on the situation, but I found out about it through Abba and Preach's video. And so, was it Abba? I've always said Abba, so I'm gonna keep saying Abba. But then I just kept digging a little deeper and watching. I even watched when Destiny also talked to Abba himself and was talking about it. And so it's ironic that they dropped the video, and obviously, again, once they drop it, I gotta watch. I'm going to watch regardless, so I'd rather do it here and maybe give my take. I remember Destiny said it best in one of his videos. You don't always need an opinion on anything. I know that. But this particular topic, again, I don't want to get too political on this channel. Again, I'm out here for the games, but I think it falls in the game umbrella because Destiny and Hasan, as I are fully aware, are gaming streamers. So I think a lot of this falls under the gaming umbrella. And I believe the thing about them is that they're trying to bring politics into the gaming space, at least as far as on Twitch, because I've seen the debates or some of the live debates and stuff. But yeah, I have it pulled up on my homepage. I want to, basically go straight into it, watch, obviously, take my time, pause it, talk through it, think about it, just try to, see the takes. But for the most part, what I saw, Hassan was just basically just calling people transphobes. I don't think I'm supposed to be saying that word. I gotta think of another word to say, but I don't think YouTube should ding me because I don't think anybody really see this, but putting it out there. So let's get into it. Okay, here we are. This is the first time I'm doing this. I'm trying to get this working right and working properly. As you can see, this is my homepage. Yeah, this is kind of what I tried to watch last night. I watched another video prior, I believe. No, I watched this one, and then there was one after it where he actually talked to Abba. So yeah, but this is the video I'm intending to watch. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay. So you might also hear some bang in the background. That's my son. But yeah, let's get into this video.
Somebody wanted to respond to a video we did.
I love the argument. I don't even need to see it. I don't even need to see it to know what the argument is, which is going to be, and I'm going to tell you right now, the argument is probably going to be, no, it is unnatural to be trans. Because that's how it, literally, when you argue with fucking transphobes, the only argument they have is relying on what other people also feel about trans people, because it's the normative position to be fucking transphobic.
But the thing is, that's the thing. And what we meant by that is being trans is not, but transitioning is. But whatever.
Hold on. I just want to do one better. It's not what we meant. It's literally what we said. I watched it back. We didn't say being trans is unnatural. No. We said transitioning is. Hormone therapy, all this stuff, all of it's very natural.
And see, again, that's one thing I've always appreciated about them is that, especially Abba, they always come with the receipts. Like so far on this channel, I've never seen where Abba does not have the receipts. So if he's making a point, he's there to back it up. And I want to try to, again, emulate that if I ever, I hope to God I'm never involved in stuff like this. But if I was, I would hope to be that thorough. But yeah, let's.
Taking puberty blockers or like hormone blockers, taking all this stuff, perfectly natural. He really said that transitioning is natural. It's not. I'm not saying that this gender dysphoria is not natural. That's not what we're talking about. Transitioning is nothing natural.
It's like saying that taking steroids is natural. It's not. I know.
Yeah. It's not what's up with.
And so on that point, again, I don't want to get too I don't want to catch any flack. I'm not. Yeah, no, I agree. It's gender dysphoria. That's natural to not feel. Especially nowadays, apparently there are a lot more people growing up that way. I understand from the mental standpoint with the what is it, body, like, for instance, my problem is I always feel small. I've just always felt small, and I just desperately want to be bigger, always. Even though I'm healthy, I'm the healthy weight that I can be. I've even told doctors before I want to be bigger, but they've told me, like, I pointed my BMI on the chart, it's in the green, blah 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 blah. But for some reason, because of the life I've lived, I'm not okay with that. It's not enough. I see myself as so small, and it's never enough. And I realize when to take those steps. I've never, especially like if you watch More Plates, More Dates, he goes into it a lot, and then people like Greg Duquette. The consequences that come with it, I'm not willing to take shortcuts. I know genetically and blah blah blah. There's so many things that I can do. And I've tried, diet, supplements, all of that. Like my goal is to see my natural or my genetic potential. But I know if I were to take testosterone and stuff like that or PEDs, then I might see a lot of benefit from it, because I've seen benefit from just being consistent. If I'm consistent enough, I'll see progress. But I know that's the easy way out. And again, I'm getting off topic, but I'm trying to say that I can understand where somebody will come from where they don't feel that they're in the right body. If that makes, I understand that. And I know how that can be a problem and influence the way you move around in day-to-day thing. But transitioning itself, no, that's not natural. You're introducing other chemicals into your system that aren't naturally there. And then you're going through procedures that aren't natural for people. I mean, but yeah, I digress. I've talked enough. Let's just get through this.
That's literally what we said.
I know.
Yeah.
And he's just not gonna watch it and deem us transphobe. So if listen, dude, if you're gonna watch something and do commentary with something said and not watch what they said and build a narrative, you haven't said anything. That's the dumbest way to do a take. That's the dumbest way to dispute someone's narrative or whatever. I don't know, it's because you don't have any arguments or whatever or not, and you base yourself on, oh, this is what they do. This is what they do. That's what they do. For someone that don't want to be typecasted, that's just weird that you do that, but whatever.
Hey. You're just saying that because you're a transphobe.
Yes, sure.
Let's keep watching.
God, fucking...
Real quick, see, that's this modern crap. Just simply saying, and it's on the right and the left, that's a problem. Just simply discrediting somebody else. Oh, you're this, and that's it. Like, oh, you're a snowflake. No valid argument. Or you're a phobe. That's no valid argument. Or you're ceased. Like, I don't want to say certain words because I don't want to get in trouble, especially when this channel is just starting out. But you are an ist. Like, any one of those, like, you just say that, and then you just, because the other person has to defend themselves and say, oh, I'm not that, then it gets away from the argument. Like, stop all the labels. Just talk. We should talk about these things.
10-hour. I covered the shit for like 10 fucking hours, and they cut like 30 seconds and go, this is so stupid. Trans people are weird and unnatural. And then everyone's like, Pog! Fuck yeah!
Thursday to my BBs in here.
Dumbass. Abbott and Preach were the ones that were DMCA for criticizing Fresh and Fit? Wait, what? Really? They're actually... I don't know anything about them. So they are actually not bad? What the fuck? Oh, but they said my C-word ban was good, like I deserved it, and I was a racist for saying cracker.
That's also not what we said.
What? What the fuck?
Hey man, we have one of the Jordan Peterson moment. What you said was, what you're saying is, that's not what we said.
My God, just I'm nothing. You know what?
Let me just keep
watching. You know what? No. Just no. Just no. This is so stupid and asinine. Like, you put what? That's how you build your narrative? You're just going to lie about the whole thing? Ah, you stupid fuck. That's the thing, all right? I really want a motherfucker to be able to explain to me his point of view. That's just all I want. Want to have a conversation with a motherfucker. But no, you dumbass bitch. You're just going to invent shit. You're low. You invent shit. That's what you do. Like, what is it with you? You're not smart enough to dispute or just to say to take a point.
Hey, he says a lot of big words. Not talking about Preach, but I'm talking about Hasan. I've watched the video that they just showed. He says a lot of big words. And I remember, from early age, you hear like, oh, diversify your vocabulary. Just because you do that doesn't make you just smart, okay? What is it? I've heard a lot of older people say it nowadays. If common sense was so, well, what is it? I'm probably butchering this. If common sense was so common, if you happen to watch this video, you probably know what the saying I'm trying to get at. But yeah, let's get back into this.
That someone says, and go on that point, you gotta lie?
It's easier to straw man something.
Like, you stupid. Is it because you're stupid or you're not able to do it? What is it? Which one is it? You know your shit. You've been talking about that shit a whole lot of time. It's really simple. Listen to what we gotta say and then go on that. But you gotta lie? Like, how dumb are you? Like, you're dumb. You're not mentally capable. Don't push me like that for me to stop. I'm not stopping. You're not mentally fucking capable of doing this shit. Is that what it is? What is it? That's gotta lie?
Let's just watch the whole thing and see what they got.
God damn. Stop. No. Hey, I remember one time we had a fucking conversation and you told me about, I told you I was on you because of ghosting. It's like, well, why you ghost? You owe these motherfuckers an explanation. It's like, no, I don't hold these motherfuckers shit because they didn't have the courtesy to see that I was annoyed. And they were annoying me and they were getting on my nerves and they didn't have no courtesy there.
I don't know. I don't know what's being said. That ain't what Abba said. Okay.
So I don't have to show them courtesy. I have to show this motherfucker courtesy of listening to his video. When he don't listen, he don't bother. He just makes shit up.
Hey, but he's accusing us of doing the same thing in that when we reacted to the clip. You get what I'm saying? And so now we've only reacted to a certain segment. Let's watch it in its entirety. All right? And then we can go in.
This is some stupid shit.
We can go in.
We already went in.
Well, I'm just saying. Let's give it a second.
We don't even have to go in. We just have to open the door and watch how fucking shit it is. Oh, look. There's fucking must and debris everywhere.
Hey, dookie smells. Let's go.
Dookie smells.
Why not? Why is it assuming the argument at least? Because I made a fucking promise that I wasn't going to engage with like idiotic bad faith fucking debates, okay? That's why.
See, no. If you got to stand by what you believe in, stand by what you said. If you have all this knowledge on it, you covered it for 10 hours, it should be nothing. I think the video they made was only about like maybe 20 minutes tops. So if you can spend 10 hours talking about it, why can't you spend 20 minutes watching what they said and then just follow suit? And then Abba, I guarantee you, if Hasan reached out to Abba, Abba wouldn't mind debating him. Instead, no, dude just went out of his way and just said, you know what? No, they're ignorant, so I'm just not going to do it. Like, that's the problem right there. That's our biggest problem nowadays in general. Like, the discussion must be had. And even though it's always hard for either side on either issue to see the others, it's just the conversation needs to be had. And I know that's difficult to do. I know it is. But it has to be had, man.
I think so he's accusing you of what you accusing him. He's saying we in bad faith, all this other stuff. So, you know what I mean? It's back and forth.
But he just acknowledged that he didn't fucking even watch the video. At least we went on what he said.
Yeah, and his statement in the vacuum was idiotic. It's not like we were looking at his whole stance in totality.
That's why, because I know for a fact that it literally doesn't go into any other area. It just simply is, I will do a thoughtful and fucking, 30-minute to 40-minute analysis on what they said, what they got wrong, and then they will turn around and clip something and basically, use that as a video opportunity.
Well, what video opportunity? Like, hold up. You're acting like we took a 30-second clip and made a 10-minute video on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we just took one clip as a more ensemble to showcase how stupid a lot of these opinions surrounding transports.
And I have to say this as well when it comes to what he said about the views, because I see on social media, especially with YouTube in general and sometimes Twitch, that's an argument being used. Oh, you're using my take or whatever for content or money or views or whatever. Well, Destiny debunked that last night, or in the video I saw that last night, where he showed that Abba Preach last month got like almost 5 million more views than, at least as far as I know, than Hasan did. So, and I hate seeing, and it's funny, this argument is always getting aimed towards Abba and Preach, but they chilling. They doing what they just doing what they do. But it's funny when people say, use that argument. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm definitely going to try to cash in on this because I'm putting their name in the tag. I'm putting their name in the tag.
It's not to say that I've reacted to his entirety, so don't get so butthurt, bro. I'm looking at this. I'm like, bro, the angle and the ego you have to think like that video was about you or to rebuttal you is crazy to me. You weren't in the thumbnail. You weren't in the title. You were just in the video for like 20 seconds. Breathe, motherfucker. It's not that deep. But anyways, you know what? This is what we gonna do.
I'm good now.
You good?
I'm good now.
This is what we're gonna do. We gonna watch your thoughtful video and we'll see what it's all about.
It's over for me on that front. Like I am. If you think that that's like me running away from criticism, then go ahead. You are semi-correct. They said transitioning is unnatural, but not being trans. Oh, okay, got it. Oh, cool.
Oh, dude. So what you got to say about that? Just cool, bro. That's because you didn't watch the fucking video. You know what? No.
I want to watch it. I want to watch it.
I'm good. Go.
You're a Quebecan comedian.
So this happened to someone I
know. I won't do the bad faith thing and like not even look at their take because now they're gonna clip that and use that to be like, oh, he didn't even see what we had to say.
Oh, we was about to go in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you was about to create a moment. Smart on you. See, you just proved to me that you're not that dumb. I appreciate you.
This is the thoughtful video he did on the subject matter.
Thank you.
Have you already covered that trans athlete winning this swimming competition? Genuinely just curious about your thoughts on it. My position, first and foremost, is like, I don't care. And my secondary position is like, I think you don't care either. You're just like trying.
Okay, real quick. I've heard this, but to see it is wild. Again, I'm sorry. I don't watch Hasan. I really don't fuck with a lot of streamers. I'm trying to get more into it. Like I watch Moist Critical or Charlie or Penguin Zero, whatever you want to call them. But people like him, and it's specifically because social issues and political stuff is put into their content. I don't come to gaming content to be preached to. I just want to watch gaming content. I want to watch people have fun. I want to turn my brain off. But to see that standing of Bernie in the background, I've heard he's a huge Bernie fan. But that takes the cake. I mean, or it could be just a meme or a joke, he's using. But I don't know. I find that funny. And the picture of Barack Obama and Queen Elizabeth in the background. I don't know. I would turn out the lights and then have to look in that room every day. It'd be kind of off. Got the Campbell's chicken noodle soup in the background. Let me stop. I'm
trying to make an argument. You're just trying to debate about it. And my third and final position ultimately is that it straight up does not matter. Absolutely does not matter in the grand scheme of things. Even if trans women were completely dominating certain fields of sport, the only reason why you would consider that to be completely inappropriate and unnatural is if you think trans women are unnatural. And that's it.
This is the thoughtful video. Here we go.
And that is where transphobia comes from, which is basically the idea that trans women are somehow not normal, they're abnormal, they're weird. I get it. Like, I understand. Even if it does have a competitive advantage, I'm saying I don't care because they're still a trans woman. You know what I mean? I think that trans women are women, and that the only reason why you consider that to be unfair is because you think they're doing it.
Okay. First of all, see, shit like this is so disingenuous because, like, okay, first of all, if you've ever played a sport, I see basketballs in his background. I mean, he's a guy for starters, so of course, I get why you shouldn't care. But if you ever had to look over and watch a teammate be crushed, it's something they practice their entire life for this shit, and they get beat out by somebody who has a physical advantage unfairly, it's gonna fuck with you. So it's so disingenuous. On one hand, he doesn't care, then on the other hand, it's But you care enough to talk about it though. Like, what are we talking about? I hate guys. I don't care. I'm tough. I don't care. Dude, bruh. Like, have a daughter. Have her work, especially for certain athletic sports, like track, for instance, because I used to be a track runner. I've seen people who, they're kids. They're tiny little kids. And they work their ass off from just two of their... It hits home because I've seen the struggle. I've trained next to women, hardworking women who have bust their ass. They know they can't compete with the dudes, but they try. We're at practice. They're trying to beat us, okay? And they work their entire lives off to become beasts at their sports. That's no laughing matter. It's not something so small. It's why it's such an issue right now. It just seems so disingenuous. Like you're trying to be so woke that you just cannot just have some level of empathy. Like, again, with the whole, I don't even want to say the name because, again, I don't want to get in trouble. But with the Thomas situation, people are up in arms about that because just look at it. Look at it. Like, you know what? Just let's keep going. Let's keep going.
From a place of like cheating.
Yo, real talk. I feel like every trans activist just walks into the room and sees a debate going. Like, yo, I got this. Yo, I'm gonna shut this whole bitch down. Trans women are women. Mic drop. Hey, you already know. We got him.
Hey, nowadays you clap back with that Matt Walsh question. What is a woman? Like, just saying.
Hey, listen. Trans women are women, so you ain't gotta say nothing. And if you disagree, that means you transphobic. That's what it means.
Oh my God.
That's what they're doing.
That's really what they do. There's no more argument than that.
You know what? Trans women are women. Fantastic. But they're still not female. And at the end of the day, sports is not about your gender expression. It's about your sex, your biology. Nobody cares about your gender expression. Gender and sex are different. Though we call it women's sports, it was really just about you calling it female sports. The reason why is about physiology. Nobody cares about how you express in the world. So to me, when people say, I think they should compete because trans women are women, it doesn't matter. That's not the point of why we created the category or why we sequester women to this segment of society when it comes to sports. It's because biologically speaking, there's a difference. That's all it comes down to. I understand why people say stuff like, well, I think that they should be able to access these sports because trans women are women. That's not what it's about.
And see, again, let's go with the common sense thing, right? Even women themselves who agree with this, that idea for the sake of woke, I don't know, have a daughter, bruh. I know it's hard to have a proper sample size, statistical data and blah, blah. But let's just go by empathy, right? Have a daughter and help her and watch her train her entire fucking life. And I ain't saying she has to be a professional. I'm saying even just get to the NCAA level, which is a major accomplishment within itself. First division, blah, get there. She makes it there, get scholarship to college, everything. Or even nowadays, it's going as far as high school now because females are losing opportunities because of this issue. I'm having trouble because I see it. You feel as if you're a woman, so you should be able to compete with women. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You feel that, so you want to. In partaking in that makes it enforces how you feel that you can feel as a woman, but at the cost of potentially someone else's future. Let's just keep going.
We're talking about biology, and motherfuckers are still talking about gender expression. Who cares? Nobody cares what you identify as. Not as far as this conversation goes.
You're transphobic.
Because trans women are women. And if you disagree, that means you're a transphobe. Social justice unite!
And the worst thing is that we do agree.
We agree.
We agree.
But these things are separate.
But that's not what we're talking about.
If you go to the doctors, okay, yes, trans women are women, but guess what? You still have the physiology, right, and the biology of a male. As a result, when you go to the doctor, that's going to factor in. They shouldn't just be like, well, trans women are women, so I'm going to treat you like... It's a different ballgame. So when it comes to risk for certain diseases, different things, they have to acknowledge the fact that you're biologically a male.
Ma'am, you have prostate cancer. No, trans women are women. You're gonna die.
You have ma'am, you got testicular cancer.
No, trans women are women. That's not what we're talking about.
That's
and
it.
Yeah, you are a woman. It doesn't defeat the.
Well, women are also at 75% risk for getting trans. No, males are. Okay, some aspects are more linked to your biology than your gender expression. It's not a complicated thing. It's not transphobic to say this. Most people would agree with this notion. So I don't understand why there's so much pushback online.
And it's fine.
But it's because you don't care. Like you said, you don't care about the fact that this is unfair. You don't care about this. You just want to be able to say your fucking spiel from your political spectrum. And then that's it. You walk away. You good. But this is your thoughtful response. Absolutely impeccable. This is way better than the clip I saw.
Like you think that there's something like mischievous going on behind the scenes. And like I personally think that not a single human being on the planet is going to undergo HRT, gender confirmation therapy, literally fucking like get brutalized by people over and over again for just the crime of existing, have their existence be debated on in public by academics every fucking day just to win like swim victories. Like you're psychotic.
It reminds me of the people who say, what woman would ever rake up a rape accusation? Mm-hmm. Or a Weinstein accusation. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, you find out people will lie for anything. People will go through a whole ass double life, cheat on people who gave them their kidneys, do the most fuckery shit. It is possible. Do I believe that most of these folks are doing that? No. But to sit there like, nobody would? That's not true. In fact, there's some people who claim to be trans so they can get into certain spaces and prey on people. Now, of course, this is the minority of folks.
He has a point. It is definitely a minority, but there's a potential for it. So, yeah.
And I wouldn't even say like that's a thing, but just like the We Spa incident where it turns out the person who was in those change rooms was an offender, there's some people who will use whatever it takes to get to where they need to go. I'm not saying this is in this situation. It's not something we've ever said.
No.
But, yeah.
No. So I'm not even going to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's pure projection. Stop using misogyny to defend trans women. What? I've literally not done that. I don't know where. What? Because you said you don't care about women's sports. I mean, I don't care about any fucking sports. But anyone who says that they don't care, anyone who says that they care about like high.
No, nah, bro, nah. See, I'm like, bruh. That's so disingenuous. Like real shit, bruh. You don't even care about sports. Then why are you throwing your hat in the ring? Get the fuck out. Like, what?
High school women's sports is just a fucking liar. Like, absolutely a liar. They're lying to you.
Okay.
Wait.
Fucking liar. But anyone who says that they don't care, anyone who says that they care about like high school women's sports is just a fucking liar. Like, absolutely a liar. They're lying to you.
Okay. So,
What if that's your daughter? What if that's your daughter in high school sports? What if that's your niece? What if that's your granddaughter? What if that's your cousin? What if that's your best friend? It could be your girlfriend. It could be anybody. My youngest brother is in high school. So if he does sports, I'm gonna care about high school sports. Oh no.
It's not something we've ever said.
No.
But yeah.
No. So I'm not even going to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's pure projection. Stop using misogyny to defend trans women. What? I've never. What?
Okay, let's go back on this part. I accidentally clicked back.
I've literally not done that. I don't know where. What? Because you said you don't care about women's sports. I mean, I don't care about any fucking sports. But anyone who says that they don't care, anyone who says that they care about like high school women's sports is just a fucking liar. Like, absolutely a liar. They're lying to you.
Okay, so when people ask me about this, right? Do we care about high school women's sports? Well, who cares about high school women's sports? And the people who live in that area traditionally do. There's plenty of high school teams that are heavily supported by the local community, the alumni, folks who come to watch. Depends on where you live. But this is not a matter of like, we care about each individual high school sport or college sports or anything like that. It's about the principle of what we're seeing unfold in front of us. That's all it comes down to. So folks out here saying, hey, that doesn't seem very right to me or fair, are doing it from a perspective like, my high school team, what's going to happen to them? Most of us are coming from like, yo, we see something that seems clearly unjust. And it just doesn't sit right with the fact that everyone's closing their eyes like it's the Bird Box challenge because of some like political affiliation. You get what I'm saying?
There was a Bird Box challenge?
It feels like it, doesn't
Like
it?
motherfucker was walking in the street blindfolded?
That's what it feels like.
I ain't mad at that.
That's what it feels
I
like.
feel like that.
Hey Hasan, I support trans women in sports, but please stop with if they dominated women's sports, it doesn't matter. It matters to plenty of women athletes out there, and the way to fight transphobia is with knowledge. Data's out there. The most trans women don't have a significant competitive edge in sports. Let them participate. I mean, I mentioned that all the time as well.
That is not true. See, if you would have done a well thought out response, you would.
This cherry pick data to emphasize your point. With a basic understanding of biology, and especially if you get into fitness, it's or just play high school sports. Like, I wasn't the fastest guy in track. I wasn't, but I ran faster times than Olympic female runners. Okay, like, at 11, no, but in 11th grade. In 11th grade, I ran a faster time than Olympic level female runners. Okay. And I'm willing to tell you, I wasn't that good. Like, there were dudes. My smaller brother was better than me, and he had like a second faster, which is a big difference in track, but a second faster than me. And he was in the 10th grade. So
I actually looked into it because most studies and the preliminary ones indicate that there's some measure of advantage. Yes, it is measurable, whether it be fucking bone density, lung capacity, all these things. Most of the studies do that. Now,
and real quick, Destiny had a good take on this, because with that logic, you know, then the idea should be that trans men should not compete against men and compete against women. And that's why I believe this is more nuanced, and people should have a better discussion about that, because we have to figure out a solution so it can be fair for everybody. Yes. And it's ironic that people are ignoring that too, like trans men. But I think if they did, it would just reinforce the point of biology. Like, you know what? That's not. Nope.
There's still more data to come out, but undoubtedly, just judging by the fact that, like, looking at how much more successful trans women are compared to trans men, okay, and just what the studies that we have so far, the science is pretty indicative that there's an advantage. And remember what I told you last time? Where the standard is trash.
Mm-hmm.
The test levels or whatever they have to meet is like 6 times higher than average cis woman.
Yeah.
So it's like, You're not even really making them do a real transition where they're meeting like the normal levels of a cis woman after 1 year. So I don't understand how folks can say I'm doing a thoughtful response. It's going to be really good. Blah blah blah. Blase blase. You watch it and it's like, bruv, this is full of nonsense and misinformation.
But it's been full of misinformation. How am I going to be surprised that it's full of misinformation from a guy that is misinformed about us?
Facts.
That he's spreading lies about us, saying that we said some shit that we haven't said, did some shit that we haven't done, putting words in our mouth, and now I gotta be surprised that he does this with numbers and statistics. Nah, I'm not surprised at all. That's what you do. Whatever it fits your narratives, that's a.
Honestly, I think this is an issue on both sides, honestly. I lean more, again, fuck it. Let's just acknowledge, I think both sides have that problem. On any given issue, I've seen it so many times where both sides are just like spitting cherry pick statistics. And I'll be honest, I have no solution for that, but it's done. It happens all the time. I see it so many times. Even in debates, I'm just like, it's necessary. Yes, it is necessary to debate these topics and talk about them, but maybe our approach is weird. I don't know. It's something. It's something.
That's a low-key noble. That's a low-key noble. Yeah, he lied, but it's for the cause, so it's good. No, it's not. You're not. You're doing a big disservice to the cause that you're serving by being low-key noble, by lying like that. You're lying. You're straight up lying.
And that's precisely why I always say, like, even if they were dominating, which they usually aren't, even if they were dominating, who cares? Trans women are still women. You don't have this kind of attitude.
Nope. Bro. Who cares? They're not hurting nothing. Bro. And then this right here, I don't know if my mouse will show it, right there at the top. First person super machine initiative really sports opportunities. Wait. Is this why people come to this stuff? To seem smart? What? And see, that's what I hate about it. It's just an echo chamber. It's just an echo chamber. No one's here challenging them. It doesn't seem like. I like Joanna Man at the top. Okay, that's funny. Watch documentary Joanna Man. Dude, happens all the time. Oh, wait. But just how? What? You're just throwing out the. I hate when people, that term, istic. Like, they just throw it at people nowadays. It's just being thrown everywhere. And ruins women's sports opportunities. With what we're doing right now, with what he's talking about, that's ruining their opportunities. Having females face each other, that's only fair. When you, and I don't want to misgender nobody, I don't want to seem rude. When a trans woman jumps into it, and again, there's even nuance to that. It really is. Like, if you look at the science, the data, there's nuance. Because, okay, for instance, if you have somebody who transitioned a lot earlier before puberty, we're on a whole different ball game. Maybe they are on equal footing. But if you had a dude who passed puberty, but again, you will see this everywhere. These same points, I've seen these everywhere. I feel the horse is in the grave. It's in the glue factory at this point. I don't want to keep beating that horse. I don't want to keep doing anything. Its corpse is just, it's done. I've used up the glue bottle. Let's keep going.
Towards like any sort of tall people who are naturally tall. You don't have this sort of attitude towards messy.
Bro.
Any sort. Who cares? Trans women are still women. You don't have this kind of attitude towards like any sort of tall people who are naturally tall. You don't have this sort of attitude towards messy, who had to literally take supplements and steroids specifically to, I think, what is it, like combat early onset dwarfism, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you cherish people when.
What the fuck did he just say?
you don't have this attitude towards tall people, or Lionel Messi, who had to take some injections when he was a kid to combat dwarfism. So basically, he has like an unfair advantage because he was given steroids as a kid. This is.
We do this a lot too. This whataboutism. What about him? What about them? What about tall people? What about?
Oh man.
Are we done?
Hey, bro. Technically speaking, there is no such thing as men's sports. There's just sports. And there's female sports. If women could compete in the male diamond, they can join. But they can't. And so we segregate them.
Yeah.
It's not because there's no such thing as men's sport. There's no men's tennis.
I think if you want to see a proper attempt at integrating the two, it's fairly new, I believe. It's been at I believe the last two Olympics and a lot of world championships. It's a race. It's a relay race where I know there's a medley, and I think sometimes they have like an integrated 4x4 where, the first leg will, the teams can pick, which order they want to choose. Usually it's two, I believe it's usually two guys and two women. I think. Don't quote me on that. It's two guys, two women. And you can pick whichever order, right? Most countries tend to do guy first, woman second, woman third, and then a guy for the final leg. And again, you will see why if you watch it. Because usually, if other countries, for instance, they think they're being smart, but they'll switch it up. They'll put a guy at third leg and then put a woman in the final leg. Would always come to bite them back, because I think the last one I saw, the country that did that, they end up getting last place, because because the third leg guy gave them such a huge advantage. Once the woman got to six, she had a huge lead. But every last guy, every last biological cis male caught her and beat her. So this country, thinking they're doing something different, they ended up in last place. So if you come across this video and you want that example, trust me, look it up. It's not hard to find. I think go to NBC or some.
There's tennis, and there's women's tennis. Serena Williams doesn't exist without women's tennis. She's not getting no dubs, no wins. Nobody cares.
That's not our word, by the way.
That's hers.
That's not our words. That's not roll the clip. That's not us.
That's right.
That's her saying
That's
that.
her.
Actually, it's funny because Andy Murray,
John McEnroe was saying, she's the best female tennis player. She said that herself.
Anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We want to hear from you.
What he said. If you come across my video, same thing. But again, I'm trying to get views. I'm putting all their names in this shit. And I hope I'm new to this. I'm hoping I offered anything interesting. Let me. Okay, and then right there, that's when I want to wrap up the video. Again, it's my first time doing something like this. I'm still getting used to all this, to set up all that. If you come across this video, tell me what you think. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of things to work on, like audio, cadence, and the way I speak. Hell, even probably pausing and when how to get around copyright. I know there's a lot of things I got to work on. But again, this topic is just, I don't know. I mean, I know they say you shouldn't go for feelings, and we shouldn't. I mean, we're all going by logic, but if you are going, if you have a feelings-based argument, again, put yourself in the shoes of the women being blown out the water. Hell, I'm a guy. I'm a cis male, and which I don't know why I hate that term, but I'm a cis male, and I've played sports against beasts, absolute beasts. I've been on the track when racing against dudes who I'm up here, and they're it's another Tuesday for them, and they. So I know what it feels like to that competition mentality. You know what it feels like to give your all. I'm talking about push your body to its full. There's something to be said about that. And even if you never did sports, I'm not saying you can't comment on it, but if you've ever done sports and you've done sports that are co-ed, that you gotta train next to people of the opposite sex or whatever, you should be able to understand. Now, this Hasan dude, bro, like it's just disingenuous. I don't think dude will ever see this, and if you do, I probably seem like a noob or an idiot. I don't care. I'm just saying how I feel, bro. Like that. If you do see this, bro, like come on, like. You don't care about sports, but you care about this issue so boldly when, dude, come on, bro. Come on. And it's like, Lord forbid you ever have a daughter, bro. Because Lord knows I want to have a daughter. I have a son. I have a beautiful son. I want to have a beautiful daughter one day, I hope, if God forbid. And it would be awesome. It would be awesome if, she wants to grow up and run track or do any sport, do anything. But I find issue with her being just completely dominated by somebody who wasn't born the same way she was, bruh. Just saying. Like, it's no ill will towards trans women at all. Like, do you? But at the same time, bruh, you have to acknowledge. You have to acknowledge. And people are not being genuine with it. They're being so disingenuine for the sake of being woke. And I know the conservatives don't help with it either because, they're just... I get it. I get it. But come on, man. Yeah, if you watch this, thank you for watching. It's a long one. I've never done a video this long before, but I'm trying to keep them shorter than this in the future. Do my best to edit this down. If you fuck with this, like, comment. I haven't earned your subscription yet, so I won't even tell you to. I gotta be consistent with this. And then maybe one day, if I appear on your feed and you want to fuck with me, subscribe. But until then, I'm Maru. Just out here living, trying to make a way. And thank you for watching.